My name is Hannah Abu Faisal.
And I'm Emma Spear. Welcome back to another episode of Cowley College News. It's great to be back on campus.
Yes, it is. It seems like it's been a long time since we've all been here together with a late start to spring semester because of COVID and that polar vortex.
True. I bet this is the first time Kansas has ever been colder than Alaska. I read somewhere that with this recent cold spell, it's been the lowest temperatures in 40 years.
It was like living in Antarctica City because the power outages and the freezing temperatures are behind us, and any other year we would be looking forward to spring break.
Instead, we have midterms coming up, a short break for Easter weekend, April 2nd, and then right into the end of the spring semester.
There's plenty going on between now and commencement. Homecoming Spirit Week is next week, then we play Butler on March 10th, which is where we crown the king and queen.
Voting begins today, March 4th, and runs through the 9th.
Be sure to check your emails for the link and then go out and vote for your homecoming king and queen.
It seems odd to have homecoming without a dance.
Yeah, but we still get to attend the ball, as in the Cowley Theater bringing Cinderella to the stage next month, April 22nd through the 24th.
Auditions were held and the rehearsals have begun for the spring musical Cinderella.
Emma, did you get an update on the theater and the upcoming production?
Stinky Cheeseman is like a blast of the past for some of us, but for others it's just another day in the theater department. I got the chance to catch up with some active members of the theater department about the recent play.
The process for designing collaborates with the play by talking with our director, realizing what they want. So for all of our performances, we still have live audiences. We are cut down on how many people we can have per show.
So The Stinky Cheeseman was a show geared for children. Everything was super high energy, comedy, big character choices, just to keep the kids entertained. With Cinderella, it's more catching those, magical moments that happen within it. So one of the biggest things is we'll have an all custom set, as well as we'll have our own costumes that wouldn't be done in any other show. So we'll be working on Cinderella for the next 2 months. We'll perform Cinderella beginning April 22nd. That'll go through the 24th.
Thank you for the update about theater. Make sure to check out Cinderella in April. I missed out on the children's play Stinky Cheeseman, but I'm so excited to go see Cinderella.
Me too, Emma. I do still believe in fairy tales and happily ever after. I consider myself a dreamer and a realist.
Food is real, and Andy and I went out to spoke to some of the students and Andrew Menzie, the new CAF manager, to get their opinions on how the changes in the CAF are servicing Cowley. I got the chance to catch up with Andrew Menzie and some students around campus about the new changes in the CAF. How do you feel about the CAF food at Cowley?
Honestly, I play sports and I expect, after practice, some beautiful food and stuff, and it just makes me more depressed, not do homework, not do.
It's pretty good for the most part. I go there a lot. I like the burgers, I like the fries, and I like the Mexican food.
I mean, it's not the best food in the world. I think that they can improve.
Well, I think it's not that bad, but it's getting better.
I have a waffle bar set up, so you'll be able to make waffles in the morning for breakfast.
With the new management, do you think it has improved or gotten worse?
I think it has improved. There's a lot of healthy options, so I like that.
A couple, just little things. Number one, first of all, I've tried to change the menu and really go to some healthier options.
I haven't noticed any differences, honestly.
Yeah, me either.
How do you guys feel about the times the CAF is open on the weekends?
I think they should open 3 times because as an international students, we don't have any other options to go to eat. We don't have cars, so it's like the only options we have, so they should open.
I kind of wish that it was the same, just because it kind of sucks not having lunch on the weekends. But
Right now, I don't have plans to change the hours. If somebody has a problem with the hours on the weekends, we can talk about it. Mm-hmm. It's certainly something that between myself, the students, and the administration, what I'm trying to do is gradually try and bring things back to some semblance of normalcy for the students.
With the new management at the CAF, Annie Morrison and I decided to get the students' opinions on the latest improvements.
That was interesting, and I've noticed things are changing over there.
I never eat at the CAF. I live locally, so I just go home, fix something quick to avoid fast food.
There are some good places to go around town, and not everything has to be fast food. Billy and I asked around about some Arc City's hidden gems that Cowley students should go check out when they look for CAF alternatives.
But we do have some hidden gems here in this town. One of our favorites is the Green Door, kind of down there by Daisy Mays, right as you're getting ready to head out of town on the west side. Our Cowley Tiger Deli is a hidden gem.
I went to Yoli's, located just east of the bridge on West Madison, to try some tacos, and it was definitely worth the cost. Authentic Mexican restaurants are a staple of Ark City, but here are a few more hidden gems you may not know about scattered around town. All affordable and relatively close to campus makes these spots great for students looking for something besides the caf.
That made me so hungry. And I knew about a few of those places, but Yoli's and M&M's may be worth a lunchtime stop.
Yeah, I've eaten at some of those places, and even their service is great.
You know what else is great? Some of our fellow students. You and Francesca spoke to one of our tutors, right?
Yes, we did. Trevor McDowell. This guy is involved in so much, and we got an inside look of his busy life on our college campus.
Well, I'm Trevor McDowell. I'm a sophomore here, and I'm also the local chapter of PTK. I'm their president. So, as a kid, definitely pizza, but I'm probably have to say pizza still. So, yeah, I've liked hamburgers, but probably more pizza now. Definitely Captain America.
The caf.
Deli, I've never actually had the calves. Summer, I like running more in the summer. Definitely like indie pop. Probably my grandmother. So.
And why is that?
She's an immigrant, and she just showed how just having a smile on someone's face can make someone's day. So. Hopefully teaching biology at a high school in Wichita. Hopefully. So. Definitely the smallness of it. I know that sounds weird, but just you can get your voice heard a lot easier here, so than rather than a big college.
Trevor is involved in Phi Theta Kappa, tutoring, ambassadors, Cowley USD 470 literacy program, Mu Alpha Theta, which is very impressive. Trevor is a great helping hand to Cowley College.
Tutoring might not be a bad idea. I know I could use some help in a few of those areas.
Couldn't we all? You know what some people need help with? Ex etiquette.
Michaela and Avery got to ask some people about their experience with breakups.
I spoke with students on campus about breakup etiquette and their personal experiences.
How do you think a proper breakup would go, like in the best way?
If both sides talk to each other, I think, with respect.
I think communication really, like, if they had communicated more of their issues towards me, we probably would still be together.
But no matter what it was, no matter who wants to break up with who, obviously don't, scream and yell. I would say talk about it face to face first, don't be screaming, cussing at them. Yeah. It really depends on what it is. I would say, honestly, just talk it out first. That would be the best way. And then, obviously, if it's mutual, then, you're good.
You should probably do it face to face. You should probably confront them about what happened between you. You shouldn't make it you questions. Like, you did this. You should make I statements.
Yes.
Where, I feel, I think, versus you did this.
I'm in my first, really serious relationship. But what has, kept us, together is really, communication and talking through, problems. If you have a problem, don't be afraid to hold back and just go and tell them what's on your mind so you guys can work through everything.
Is there anything with people that are struggling with finding a good relationship? Is there anything you tell them to maybe find better guys?
Just be yourself.
Yeah.
I think, yeah.
Do you have any advice for people that are going through a really bad breakup?
Talk to your family, stay close to your friends, and try to occupy your mind on something.
Thank you to those that gave their advice on breakup etiquette and relationships. If you're going through a breakup right now, hopefully you can take away from some of these tips. And let's remember, always be kind and always be respectful. What's your relationship advice?
My advice is to always be honest with them and just let them know how you feel.
I completely agree with that. You know who gives good advice? Miss Neese.
Oh my gosh, yes, she does. She's such a great teacher. Annie and Francisca got to do a cool profile on her, actually.
I had her for psych, and she was amazing. I am excited to see this.
I talked to a student and a fellow employee about Mrs. Neese, a psychology professor, on how she has impacted Cowley and her community.
Crystal and I met at Cameron University, with student government, but that's when we really met and started hanging out more.
So, yeah, I had my first class with her
my second semester of my freshman year here.
Well, I've actually worked at Cowley before. So the fall of 2011 to the spring of 2014, I was actually an admissions representative. And then a couple semesters I taught sociology at night. So so that was my first 3 years at Cowley. And now I have been back on my third year again. So 6 years here at Cowley. It's great.
She's very outgoing. She loves to teach. She loves to listen and engage with people.
She's like a bright light in the room. She's like always smiling. She's always positive, always like trying to say a joke or something. And so it's like,
I'm glad that people feel welcome, because you want people to feel welcome as a teacher. You don't want them to feel like they're not welcome or they can't learn, and you want them to feel like it is a safe place. And so,
it's just knowing her, because she's coming to our games and stuff, and knowing her, it's just, I don't know, she impacts everyone like positively.
Yes, I totally go to a lot of our sports and activities to support the students, so it's always a lot of fun. Plus our daughter, so my daughter's Cameron, she's 3 years old, and she just loves to go and experience everything Cowley. So I have Cowbell Fridays. So I tell my students, I tell my coworkers, look, I love y'all, I love my job, but like y'all, I love my weekends. So we celebrate with Cowbell Friday.
It is amazing how Mrs. Neese has dedicated her time and effort for her students and community. Thank you for all you do, Mrs. Neese.
Crystal Neese is such an important asset here at Cowley.
Yeah, she's a problem solver and sounding board for students.
You know who else is good at problem solving?
Who?
Jim Ailey, the director of automotive. Michaela and Jordan talked to him about vehicle maintenance, preparedness, and what to do if you have an emergency.
He shared a few tips.
Are you the kind of person that has a lot of car troubles? Well, we caught up with Jamali to see the basics on car maintenance.
What I would tell students in driving in dangerous weather conditions is, first of all, know the roads, know the road conditions, know the pathway you're going to take. Take main roads, make sure that your car is properly prepared. If you have a concern with your vehicle, then we would ask that you contact us. You can go to the directory, get a hold of the automotive department. If I was going to give you some advice on bad conditions, I would say, first of all, slow down. If you have ABS brakes, you never pump your brakes. As a student, we want to prepare our car to be safe on the highway in any condition. And there's maintenance items that we want to do throughout the year. So you're maintaining the car is going to allow your car to last longer. A regular maintenance, make sure you change the oil, fluids checked, even the windshield wiper, rotation of the tires. Make sure that if you're going to have your vehicle checked out, make sure it's checked out by a professional, so that someone that knows what they're doing, that works safely.
Thank you to Mr. Ailey for those wonderful tips on car maintenance. I'll be sure to check out automotive next time I have car troubles. Will you?
Did you know that you can make an appointment to have them work on your car?
Students work under the watchful eye of their instructor and may be able to get you back on the road less than what a local car garage can.
Good thing you can save money on our car maintenance, because you sure are spending money on the range. There is ammo shortage, right?
I am on the Cowley Trap Club team, and it's really getting tough finding some ammunition for our practices. I spoke to the trap sponsor Brooke Istis about the struggles on finding ammo.
We all remember going crazy over toilet paper, but now everybody's going crazy over ammo. I got the chance to catch up with some faculty over the recent ammo shortage.
So far this year, luckily, it hasn't affected us too bad, but it is a little bit more expensive on the students, since the students have to buy your own shells and everything. Luckily, competition-wise, because everything went virtual, we didn't really have to, we didn't really compete in a lot of virtual things, so we didn't use a lot of our competition ammo. So we still have a pretty good pallet left from the grant that we have, but yeah, going forward, it's been difficult because I've had to call around to help students try to find ammo and where to get it. Now that we're trying to gear up for our national competition, we're shooting at least 100. I don't see ammo prices getting any better, so we can't just like take our shells and reload them.
Well, I guess if you don't have bullets to put in your gun and to shoot the little skeet, it could be a problem. I think the ammo shortage is going to be a struggle for a while, but it's all cyclical. I've seen it come and go for a lot of years. It seems like in the last probably 10 to 20 years, it's been worse, but it comes and goes.
Thank you to Brooke and Mr. O'Toole for the insight on this recent issue. Will you be watching their upcoming competitions?
I think it is so cool that we have a trap team here, and I look forward to watching your upcoming competitions.
We're going down to San Antonio March 24th through the 28th for the ACUI National Championship.
Best of luck to you and your team.
Thank you, Emma and Hannah. Hannah, congratulations for being selected to homecoming court. You'll be walking across the court at halftime in the game against Butler if you are chosen as the homecoming queen. It should be a great matchup between two of the best teams in the Jayhawk Conference. The men's team is pretty hot right now after racking up some solid wins, and the women had a slow start to the season but are quickly building up momentum. Andrew has an update on both teams' progress.
With the Tigers basketball season kicking off, I caught up with Monte Edmondson, Dalen Original, Jaquez Yao, and Mikkel Henderson to see how they thought their season's going so far.
I think this year's team is good. Like Coach always says, we're better. He thinks we're better than last year's team, and I think so too.
We came out and we lost twice, and then I really changed our mindset.
I feel like we're more like we're a unit, you know. It's very like brotherly like, so it's like easier like on the court as far as like team chemistry, as far as like corresponding with each other on the court as well. So I feel like it's like a brotherly unit.
This year's team, we show a lot of, I think, resilience and perseverance because especially how we started the year, it was rough, you know, and we weren't looking as good as teams like as everybody expected us to be, but you know we turned things around, and like everybody wants to be here and everybody wants to work hard. So I think a good word to describe us is resilient.
Overall, these guys are ready to compete for the rest of the season, and hopefully all goes well. The Lady Tigers basketball season has just begun. I caught up with Coach Clark to see how he thought the beginning of the season went.
We're inconsistent with our play, and we're getting better. I mean, we're improving every time out, but it's just we got to be a little bit more consistent with the way we play and style of play and making shots. You know, that's a big deal. You know, being more consistent with our play and our effort and just playing harder.
Overall, the team is starting to get better and do exactly what they need to do. That's all for me. Andrew Burgos, Cowley College News.
The Tigers have a full schedule for both men's and women's basketball, as the men's team continues their road to Hutch, and the women's team looks to maneuver their way to Lubbock. Moving off the court into the softball field has been hit or miss for scheduled games, with COVID wreaking havoc on consistency. So far, there are more marks in the canceled or postponed column than there are in the win column. Coach Hoyt took a few minutes to talk with Andrew about how this team is handling this strange season and how the team is shaping up.
Cowley softball is underway. I caught up with Coach Jenny Hoyt to see what some strengths are in this team to get some wins.
My expectations are high, just like the players said. Our goal is to win conference, get back in the top 5 in the national tournament. But yeah, of course, win conference, win regionals, and get a chance to go to Alabama this year. It feels like we haven't been there in a little while. Just last year was really the only year off of it. But yeah, just getting back into the swing of things of going back to nationals.
As the season goes forward, the Tigers are looking to get yet another Jayhawk East championship. Andrew Burgos, Cowley College News.
The softball team is hoping to be able to stay in shape despite their lack of consistency in their schedule so far. A great way to stay in shape is running. And if it happens to be your sport, well, all the better. Cowley's indoor season has been successful, and the reward is a trip to track and field nationals at Pitt State. Over 20 Tigers are competing for the top spots. Cowley's men's and women's track and field team were number 6 in the nation last week. Now they're trying to pass those teams, and a lot of them are within their own conference.
Right now, our men's and women's program are number 6.
You pretty much have top 2-3 teams that are in the nation or in our region.
We don't step away from competition; we step up to it. We're making strides with that. 6th in the nation is good, but we're not going to be content with that. I know Adrian Diaz-Lopez was 5 seconds off the school record in the 5K.
We spoke with Adrian about his upcoming goals for this indoor season.
I want to do 820 in 600 meters, and I will try to do
And 1420 is my objective in 5,000 meters.
His first love was soccer, but one event changed all of that.
I went to a race with my friend. In my first time, I win this race, and the next week in my practice of soccer, I talk with my coach and I say, sorry, I think that I am better in cross country and track and field.
Adrian wants to help the Tigers place high at nationals, but it will all depend on the team's performance.
Performance isn't guaranteed.
Yep.
Just like any other sport, you know, you have the best players in the world, and sometimes they just have a bad day.
We're going to be, I think the main difference this year is we're going to be a lot more local. We're hosting outdoor regionals, so come out and get some fresh air, vitamin D.
We hope to see you there and watch your Tigers go after it on the track. I will be in Pittsburgh to cover the meet. Please follow me on Twitter for live updates at JoeBlake01. Rounding out our Cowley sports update are nationally ranked tennis teams, led by Cowley alumni Manny and Ari Braga.
I got the chance to speak with Coach Raga on the new assistant coach signing and the team's expectations.
She came to Cowley 1 year before me, so she has a lot of experience playing at the college level. We obviously, are family, so we know each other. She knows what I like, I know what she likes, and we're mixing up our ideas, and it's going very well. I'm very lucky right now to have a bunch of sophomores on the girls team, because that team is like running itself. And the boys, we got 4 sophomores that are also pretty good players, and they're helping the new guys, get used to the level.
Thank you, Coach Raga, for speaking with me. Back to you guys in the studio.
Team. Thank you, and Tigers out.